Alright, so I have got a cool manifestation story to share with you today. As most people who follow me know, I'm highly into the law of attraction. I use manifestation all the time. I've been actively practicing it, trying to practice it daily, because I am totally aware that you do get to choose your results. You get to attract whatever you want into your life if you are conscious of the fact that you are doing it. Probably about a month ago, was it now? Rhi and I went to the Crystal Castle, which is in northern New South Wales, down near Byron Bay, which is an amazing place, just like full of, how would you describe it? It's not just crystals. You can't describe it. You have to go there. It's just a really nice, energetic, relaxing space. It's really good for like natural healing and just learning about yourself and crystals and things. And I had a bath the day before we went, and I had my little journal, my pen and paper. I said, what will I manifest for tomorrow? What will I write into my reality tomorrow? And usually I do things to do with my business, like, you know, I'll have this many more clients join this week, or I'll have, you know, some of my past clients will come back and want to work with me again because they realize they missed me, or like, you know, anything that I want to happen, I will write it down and release it and let it happen or not happen. Like, that's the way that the law of attraction works. The right things will happen. And I'm also quite aware that when you are manifesting things, it tends to work better if what you desire for yourself also benefits others or also benefits someone else. So this time I decided that I wasn't going to manifest anything really for myself. I wrote down, I will meet someone at the Crystal Castle tomorrow. I wrote down, first of all, I will help them to change their lives, but then I'm like, oh, maybe that's too intense. Like, I will help them to turn their life around or change their perspective in some way. That's, I think, exactly what I wrote, or close to it. I've got a photo of it somewhere. And then I released it and let it go and kind of forgot about it, because that's what you've got to do. If you cling to the outcome, if you expect it to happen, and then, you know, you're actually vibrating from a place of fear and what if it doesn't happen, and it usually doesn't happen. So you really have to just release it and let it either be or not be. And by the time we'd gotten there, I'd completely forgotten about it, of course. And I was wearing my wig with the fringe that I'd been wearing for quite a while because of my alopecia and because I've been self-conscious about my hair for a long time. And we got to the gate and we paid to go in, and the lady there had like this amazing, really cool dreadlock hair, and I was like, oh my god, I love dreadlocks, they look so cool, because I do. She was like, oh, you've got enough hair to dreadlock, you should do it. And I was like, oh no, this is a wig, like I can't, you know, I don't have enough hair. Anyway, we walked in and Rhi was saying to me, like, Carissa, you should just start accepting the compliment. Like, when people compliment you on your hair, even though it's a wig, just say thank you, you know, rather than saying it's a wig and brushing it off as if it's not yours, because it is yours, you own it. And then we continued to like go around and walk around and explore and take photos, and we got to this place where the big Buddha is with this amazing like pink lotus flower mosaic, and like I just love pink lotus flowers, are my favorite ever, and Buddhism and Buddhas, like I just love it so much. And there was this rainbow umbrella, and we were walking around like taking some photos, and there were these two other ladies there who looked lovely. They were wearing these big hats and these flowy dresses, and one of them said, oh, careful, careful, your hair's getting stuck in the umbrella, when I was twisting it. I was like, oh, sorry, like, yeah, thank you. And she was like, oh, it's such lovely hair too. And I was like, oh, thank you, you know, I just practiced it. I accepted the compliment, and I walked over and she said, oh, my hair used to be like that. And then she said, oh, but I've got cancer, and so now I'm losing my hair. And I was like, oh, well, now I have to talk about the fact that it's a wig, because I'm also losing my hair. I don't have cancer, but that's the reason why I wear the wig. And so I was like, the one time I go to accept it. And so anyway, then I went over and started talking to the lady. I said, well, actually, you know, this is a wig and I wear it because I have alopecia. And she was like, oh, you know, I've been going through chemo, and I've, you know, we just talked about it for about, I don't know, 20-30 minutes, about how emotional it is to realize that you're losing your hair when it starts to get thin. Like, that's the reason she was wearing a hat, and her friend actually had alopecia who was also with her, who was wearing a hat. And so we just had this really deep and meaningful conversation about, you know, life and beauty and femininity and all of that stuff. She was so interested in the wig because she was kind of wanting to, like, she was interested, but I remember that stage where I was like, oh god, I want to start wearing wigs because I feel self-conscious, and she was kind of at that stage as well. And so I, you know, took the wig off and I showed her how it worked, and I sent her the information of where I got it from and how much it was and the links that I showed her the hair topper thing that I used to wear, and basically inspired her to embrace that and to either just, I don't know whether she's decided to wear wigs or not because I haven't stayed in touch very much, but we had a photo together and I took my wig off and had a photo with her just as a kind of empowering look at us with our shitty hair but we're still happy with ourselves kind of situation. And then I actually had forgotten in the moment that that was my manifestation coming true, and it was right at the end when I was just like, this is the thing. Like I said, I want to meet someone tomorrow and help them to turn their lives around, help them to change their lives in some way. And that was it, just coming into reality by once again turning one of my insecurities into a positivity for someone else or inspiration for someone else. And that's the power of what you get to do in your everyday life if you're open to actively deciding and journaling and writing and focusing on what you want to happen. Like, you do get to choose, whether it's personal life, whether it's business. You can test it, you can play with it. Let me know if you've done anything like this before, or if you will do. All you need to do is just write something down that you want to happen and just let it go. And if you feel it, if you really believe that it will happen, if you are coming from a place of love and not ego or fear, you know, you can choose whatever you want to happen in your life. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've got any other cool manifestation or law of attraction stories, because I love hearing them. Just remember that you get to choose your reality.